How are you? I'm TJ. This is Aspen.
Yeah. Say hi.
Is there something on his throat?
Yeah, she has a.
Oh, her. Sorry.
Yeah, she has like a saliva gland.
Okay.
I've had it checked out by the vet, and they said she's good to go as
Okay.
long as like it doesn't grow.
Keep an eye on it.
Yeah. She said they prefer not to drain them unless it becomes necessary in the future.
Oh, that's interesting. All right. I guess it doesn't bother her then or anything.
Nope.
Okay.
They said it's not in the way of her throat, and it's just
Hang in there.
So
Sweet.
hasn't been an issue
Okay.
thus far. I'm Blake.
TJ.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Well, good news and bad news. I was expecting for a little bit more reactivity.
So she's been pretty good with people, to be honest. It's just the occasional dog
Okay.
that she seems to, I don't know if it's a smell or just a posture that a dog approaches her.
She always been like that? Like since a puppy or?
So when she was little, she had no interaction with other dogs because she was on a military base with me.
Okay.
And then once she was in the kennel, she seemed to play fine.
Okay.
She's met with maybe 4 or 5 other dogs since coming back to the States.
Okay.
Had a somewhat aggressive reaction to 2 of them, and then the other 3 just basically like this.
Okay.
Curious, a little bit of wagging tail.
All right. Well, luckily for me, I've got a few friends whose pups are staying over for, the summer. Not the entire summer, but, they're on vacation and stuff. So I got a good variety of pups outside of my own. So what we'll do is we'll run a little bit of an evaluation drill. I'll walk you through it during the process, but initially what we'll want to try to do is start off as far as possible. And I just wanted to kind of gauge what she's feeling and why she's reacting as I'm moving in closer. Okay. And I'll either direct you to probably either stay still, move forward or back, all that good stuff. If hopefully it's not too loud with the barking and you can still hear me. And what we'll do, because it's pretty hot out too, is we'll let you guys kind of take breaks in between to bring her some water and anything else that she might need. And we're going to try to just assess what the reactivity is caused by, whether it's the behavior of the other dog, like you're saying, or maybe it's the size of the other dog, or the demeanor, or their attitude, things like that. Luckily, we have a pretty good variety, and we can see what we can do. And I'll also be able to kind of check with you, like where her ability to settle or redirect is.
Okay.
All right. 'Cause most of the time, if they're in that red zone, then it's going to be really difficult for any pup to kind of calm down, right? But if we can kind of get her to redirect early, see how good she is at that, then she might be fine. I guess I'm the chosen one over here. Yeah. So we'll do a quick little walk first.
Okay.
We'll see what the walking behavior is like. I saw that a little bit on the list, but she's looking pretty good.
Yeah,
she didn't get any meds or anything before the trip, did she?
No.
Like, no, some people will do that if their dog is what is it? Motion sickness or something too in the car. So sometimes they give them stuff for that.
So she's only been in the car maybe 4 times so far.
Right.
A little bit of nervousness, but nothing.
Nothing bad. She's not drugged up. She's pretty chill.
Yeah, it really comes in waves. Like, she's still pretty young. So she's not a year.
Yeah, you said like about 10 months or so.
Yeah.
It's pretty.
This bee really likes.
Right? She's just hanging out with us over here.
Yeah, so she's pretty young. She gets her playful spells. But I think it's really when she is.
You aren't allergic, are you?
No.
Oh, okay, good.
I think it's when she's sort of in her territory or near her territory, so like around our backyard, inside. Super aggressive to anybody approaching. at all.
Okay.
But if we're out on a walk and there's people, she seems to be fine for the most part.
Okay.
So even our other dog, who wasn't able to bring her down today, but I can definitely bring her down whenever I come down.
Sounds good. And
next time.
what we could try to do too, especially if you're having guarding behaviors at home, is I can try to meet you over there for some practice as well.
Yeah.
Well, that way we can get a base of like the difference, right? So if it's like an extreme difference, what we can do while she's over here is just work on redirecting and building her discipline and her ability to redirect and her stability.
Yeah.
But over there is actually where we would get the most practice, see if we need additional tools, things like that to kind of help her out. Because a lot of those things for pups can be like kind of bred in instinctually to kind of guard. So, it's more about teaching them how to control it as opposed to just all out stopping it.
Yeah, and I definitely get that. Like, these are all livestock dogs that they have out there. There's going to be that.
Yeah. Doesn't mean that we can't kind of help taper it a little bit, so that way, they can kind of adjust to family life. But especially like I've worked with Great Pyrenees before, you'll see the difference night and day when you're working either off-site like my place or like back at home with their mom.
Yeah, because we've taken her and her other dog on walks, and they generally do pretty good. They can be within a couple feet of each other, no real issues, as long as they have something else to focus on.
Yeah.
But like if we just had them both sitting somewhere, they would, she mostly would just start going at her.
Gotcha. All right. So the last pup we could try out too will be beneficial for her boarding mate that's leaving, Bruno. I don't know if you got a chance to kind of watch his reactivity videos,
Yeah,
but he's been doing better.
Yeah.
We're getting to that point now where it's under a lot more control, a lot less fast snapping, barking, things like that. So, it's not like you can't make progress. It's just with some certain breeds, you just have to go the extra mile to socialize and everything just because of their regular disposition. All right. So let's see here. I'll take the leash from you. Let's see how she reacts to just you walking away.
Okay.
All right. Go ahead and call her back to you. Try one more time.
Here, Aspen.
What? There you go. I'm more scaring her than anything else. I know. There you go. Okay, well, at least we found something else to work on, and there's not really any separation issues there.
Yeah, so as far as commands, whenever I have food in hand and she's aware that I have food and we're doing that, she will sit, stay, leave it, come.
Let's try it again then.
Usually.
Yeah.
Aspen. It smells like this. Interesting.
So, on a scale of 1 to 10, then, how much, like 1 being she's a shadow and 10 being she'd be gone and we'd never see her again, how much of a flight risk would you consider her to be? Just so I know if I need to put any like GPS collars or anything on her while we're out and about, until she gets better at listening.
Maybe a 6 for flight risk.
Be pretty hard to get her back?
Yes.
Okay.
I've been pretty careful to maintain positive control of her while out and about. That's it.
We'll get off the hot asphalt.
Yeah, she really just, it's up to her mood whether or not she will.
Oh, no. Okay. This way, there you go.
She'll obey. When she's in the mood, she does pretty well. When she's not,
She's very,
could care less.
right. She's kind of more so just interested in doing her own thing and exploring.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. So what we'll probably do is try to find a good motivator for her, like either high value treats or toys, and try to get her enough practice in so that way it's more like instinctual or reactive, like a twitch response, as opposed to like a thought out command, right? And then after that, if hopefully that doesn't work, or to help supplement it, then we can add in like negative consequences, so that way she'll have something else that will happen that she doesn't like if she doesn't listen, right?
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to things like recall, you'll generally want both a positive and negative. And it doesn't have to be anything too bad, but like a negative before for a pup is having them on like a long lead, and if they ignore you, you're reeling them in like a fish, right? They don't just get to do whatever they want until they come back, right? And then
Down.
and then you get to release them.
Yeah. Down. He gets to it eventually. But yeah.
Okay.
That sounds good. We've gone through a variety of treats, toys, etc., trying to find what like draws her interest most. Her biggest interest is trash.
Okay.
Just anything that you would not want her to normally get into is typically her favorite thing to have.
Okay.
I would have brought a toy if she was particularly attached to one, but
Not really.
she's not.
Okay.
Anything that she can rip, she really enjoys typically.
Destroying things. That's
Yeah.
good. That sounds. Well, it sounds all pretty normal.
Yeah.
Hi. What? Go get it. Go get it. It'll be a learning process right here for sure.
Yeah.
We'll figure out something.
Usually when it's like sort of midday like this, she typically just goes and takes a nap under, like I have a little awning thing.
Yeah.
It's kind of low to the ground with some pavers on it, so it stays nice and cool. She usually sleeps away this part of the day.
Yeah.
So
That's understandable. Usually we'll work either in like an indoor environment or they'll be napping at this time, so is the pros and cons this summer is a lot more like early morning and evening sessions and indoor sessions. But especially for her, we want her to be outside as much as possible to work through distractions.
yes.
But we might actually need a strong base inside anyways to get a good foundation going if she's too distracted to start working outside. That's fine. I'll evaluate as I go because I feel like that's gonna it's gonna be taking a while.
Yeah.
What we'll do is I'll pause this and we'll do the dog evaluation. Good girl, good pee-pee. Go ahead and engage. Good. So initial pull was excitement. The hackles can be deceiving because most of the time I just try to tell clients anything above a state of rest or arousal. Doesn't have to be something negative or positive,
Yeah.
right? So in this case, for her, it just meant like a peak of excitement. Now it's already settled down. This is Duchess. She is a very friendly, very positive, confident pup. She knows how to submit when she needs to, but she can also correct other dogs too if necessary. She has no fear of people or dogs or cats or anything. And she just wants to play. So especially for pups that can be shy or uncertain of other dogs, sometimes having somebody so positive and so confident is really good. Sometimes it can be too much, right? Sometimes the shyer ones do better with shyer dogs. But she's not moving away or anything. She's just kind of submitting. See how she does with messing with Dad there too. So now, why don't you go ahead and call her name once to see how she reacts.
Aspen.
Try not to tangle you up. Alright, so she's playing and she's excited and nipping. The only thing that you'll want to be careful of is, like, if she yelps like that, does she get more excited, right, and continues driving her forward, like prey drive or just excitement drive, or does she respect that and either calm down and de-escalate, in which case it looks like she's driving her up. And that's just something to be aware of, like when you're at like a dog park or when you're having a smaller playmate, right? Somebody that she can unintentionally overwhelm. Duchess, come. Good girl. Wait. No, leave it. Thank you. All right.
The issue that has made me sort of leery of too much like interaction is I don't have a way to reliably make her stop.
Right. So, especially since, we only did one, but go ahead and try again and call her name.
Aspen.
Right? Doesn't like register at all. There's no ear twitch, there's no head turn, nothing. Right? And it can be difficult, especially if she isn't used to redirecting even on her own without such a high level of distraction, right? You're okay.
No.
Right? And she just gets excited there. She overreacts a little bit too to kind of help sell it. But that can be both good and bad, right? Because if she overreacts to kind of tell her she needs space or to be gentle and it excites her, causing her to push more, right? We'll have to, in that case, intervene, right? Let's try it one more time. Go ahead and release. Right.
Hey.
You're okay. You're okay, boo-boo. Duchess, come. Good girl. You're okay. All right. So a good thing is, I don't have it under high frame rates, but it's just poking, right? Just not actually going in to bite and shake or grab, right? So not the best behaviors, but not the worst. It kind of goes right into the hurting behaviors than anything else, especially where she's positioning herself and her demeanor on it, right? You can tell it's not aggressive, right? But it is intense, and it is more so out of continuing to want to play. Usually aggressive pups, it's a lot harder to calm them down from that red zone. She just peaks there and then she goes back down. She peaks there and she goes back down, right? So you can kind of see she means well, but she's gonna need some help with her social behaviors, especially in this kind of situation, because the other pup is telling her she's too much and she's not listening, right? And that can that can definitely get you in a lot of trouble,
Yeah.
and the little one. All right, no problem. So, good girl, Miss Texas. I know. So this is Casey. Unlike with the other one, he doesn't have as much of a problem with correcting, right? So we'll have to see if she takes the corrections well or if it causes an escalation. Good boy. Good. All right, so now she's actually listening. Okay? Takes a little bit more of an assertive attitude, right? But it's good that she's listening now and not having a negative reaction. Like some dogs will get defensive and or then retaliate. Right? Don't know what that is.
That's interesting. It's the least amount of interest I've seen. So that's good. She just takes advantage of weaker willed tigers.
Well, it's just they don't stop her excitement as much, right? Like this, she comes in, she wants to smell, and then he's like, okay, cool, let's slow it down a little bit. He's not as interested at all, right? So he's like hard at disengaging. She would, Duchess would totally play if she wasn't overwhelmed, right? Whereas he's like, I could take it or leave it. Very good. And that's where to really like understand your pup. That was good too, right? To really understand your pup, they need to be socialized within different personalities of a pack, so that way you can actually start to, read out theirs a little bit more. Because if you only do it to like one or two or just friendly pups, we all want to introduce to just friendly pups, but it's also good to see how they react to not friendly pups too.
Yeah.
So that way you get a whole dimension of their personality, and you can kind of see there after snapped at him. He snapped at her, she just disengaged. She's like, "No, I'm good."
Yeah.
Good boy, Casey. I know. Good job. Do you like one too? Alright. Good girl. Hi, Cece. Good girl. Alright. You see it kind of excited, kind of unsure. Hi. Come here, you're gonna get ran over.
Come here.
It's good that she's picking up a little bit more on the cues too. So she's trying again. Good girl. There you go. You're okay. Is that too much? Is it a little too much? Good job.
Girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seems like she can learn, so a little bit of it is going to be making sure she's in the right environment and knowing, like I said, especially with things like prey drive, to be aware of that and to kind of curtail it as much as possible. Right?
Yeah.
It'll be good to actually get her to be able to engage with somebody and play too, instead of just being interested and shutting down all the time.
Yeah.
I said, luckily with these guys, Cece will be here for a little while longer too, and then her boarding mate is actually a 4-month-old golden, so that'll give us plenty of good practice between at least a couple pups for like actual getting them to get comfortable around one another. See how long that takes.
Yeah.
See how much work. So getting her comfortable with others that are uncomfortable, and then also prey drive and getting her to kind of either can learn to control herself ideally, or redirect her and see what is actually effective at redirecting her when she's kind of in that state. It's going to be pretty high and hard for the most part, but that'll probably be right now my main concern with her socially. You probably won't have her around a lot of little pups too often, but if you're ever at like a dog park or a new friend brings over their puppy or something, you'll probably you'll want her in a better state than she is now.
And that kind of makes sense from her interactions that I've seen with people too, because the only people that she's really kind of tried to go after was like kids on scooters. So fast-moving, smaller people.
Right. So
that makes sense.
So we might have to take her to some playgrounds and get her used to the same thing with kids, kind of like desensitizing and also practicing redirecting.
Yeah.
Okay. So not as excited to engage. There you go. Good girl. Good girl. At least she respects her elderly.
What kind of dog is she?
Great Dane Mastiff mix. Good girl. Good girl. You're okay. So you can kind of see, just like with her, the hackles come up whenever she sees people or interactions. The easiest way to control her and keep her anxiety from, some projectile vomiting, from getting too high is having her just refocus on me. And it's something that she needs. It's at this level, and kind of see her puffing up to want to bark. It's right, not enjoying somebody behind her moving around, even though they're not paying attention to her. They just them existing and she noticing already makes her uncomfortable. Like, that's anxiety level. Luckily, I said, unless I evaluate and we're walking around, doesn't seem to be the case with yours. So that's good.
It seems to really only be that way when she's in her territory, and then it's back to growth.
Yeah. So I think it kind of fits her characteristic. Whereas with Fiona, we think that something bad happened to her with strangers. Right? So she's naturally apprehensive with all of them and takes a long time to settle. Fiona. Good girl. So for her social needs, she just needs hard redirect discipline. Yours is eating something. Shh, it's okay. He's talking to her, not you. Shh. Sit. Thank you. Oh.
I don't know what this is, but she always drinks so much that she ends up throwing up a little bit.
Gotcha.
Didn't throw up any other time.
Okay. I'll keep an eye on it. Sometimes too, if she just gets too excited and moves around after she drinks, gets back up. Because she was moving a lot before this one too, right? Good girl. All right. Bruno. 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 I know. Bruno. Nope. Come here. I know. Wait. Bruno. Good. Wait. Alright, re-engage. So with Bruno, you can see that initial excitement, right? It's really hard to get his attention. The collar is just on beep and vibrate to help interrupt, but needs space to reset him. And then once he does pay attention to his name, allowing him to re-engage, right? So making sure we always get focused first, and then they get what they want. Aspen is not having fun with any of these two, huh? It's like, I don't know. All right, Bruno. No. Good boy. Wait. Good. All right, so now what we'll try to do. Oh. It's actually a pretty heavy warning signal from her. What, you don't like big puppies? She only likes little puppies. Whoa.
I hadn't seen that before.
Well, it's a good thing you're heading out today, huh, bud? Gosh. I don't know if we're going to win her over anytime soon. All right, so what I want you to do to help me out, and then we'll head out here, is just walk with us. And I want him to get comfortable enough with you that he doesn't bark or snap during an engagement. So right now we're just pretending like you don't exist. We're just going to walk together. And then eventually I want you to start talking to me when we're close by, and then hopefully try to pet him.
Okay.
You might need to put her away, because I don't think she's going to be down with walking with him.
I mean,
We can try.
Yeah. Come on.
She really doesn't like him.
Come on.
No, bud. I know, you want to say hi. You want to say hi so bad. Good girl. Good boy. Wait. Good. Wait. Wait. There you go. Good boy. Good boy. It's okay, I'll just walk behind you. Just slow down a little bit. I think he's almost too smitten with her that he's not even paying attention to you. So yeah, I'll let you go ahead and... Good boy, I know. Wait. He doesn't have her with you. So like, differences too between the two, like his problem is, so now he's able to focus on you. So like his problem is his energy and excitement and his ability to focus and to listen, right? Her, it's almost like getting her attention for the command at all and like any kind of drive. Good boy. So at least now we know that he's able to focus on you again. So what we'll do is we'll just walk by. Wait. Thank you. Come on. Good. Good. Yes. Good. Come. Stay. Good boy. Good stay. Yes. Right. And it'll be important for you to note too, especially when we were working with her, the difference between them listening and executing a command, like right now, and Fiona, and them actually being comfortable in a situation.
Yeah.
Right? Sometimes it's going to take longer, and you'll have to really see them shift behavior sets, right? As opposed to, you know, just asking them to sit and lay down and expecting them to be okay and not react anymore. Because a lot of times all that'll do, if you're not paying attention, is just coil them up like a spring, and then either the person or the dog moves, and then suddenly they go at it.
Yeah.
Good boy. So now what we'll do is we'll just start walking together.
Okay.
Good boy. Yes. Good. Just distracted over there too. In. Oh yeah, he's a good guy. He's just intense.
Hey.
Easy, bud. Easy.
Right in the nuts.
Sorry about that. Easy. Gentle. Good boy. There you go. Good. Much better. See if you're able to give him a treat.
Good boy.
Gentle. Good boy, Bruno. Yes. Good. I know. This is him going easy too. Good boy. Good job. Good. Good. All right. See if we can get you to walk back with him. I'll be here in case we need to supervise. Good boy. Good. All right. That's fine.
I don't know what's right there because she also stopped right there.
Yeah, that's how you always know that there's something there. Maybe a pup peed or something.
Yeah.
Good boy. All right, let's go. All right. Go ahead and try to pet him.
Bruno.
Good boy.
Bruno.
Good boy.
Yeah, good boy.
Good. Good boy. There you go. Good. Good. Yes. There you go. He freezes, right?
Yeah.
Boy, it's okay. Let's just keep walking. It's all right.
Sally doesn't like eye contact.
Yeah. A lot of the insecure ones don't. Here, I'll take the leash. Go ahead and try to casually pet him and see what happens.
Bruno.
Good boy.
Good boy.
Good job, big guy.
Boy.
Bruno. Yes. All right. Not too bad. Definitely still needs a lot of micromanagement. You can tell he's still not like completely comfortable, but he's not as he was.
Yeah.
So